never know about that quote. That's exactly what I was saying, and I stumbled upon it, and I swear I never knew that quote before.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you right now because that's a
I
good
could
one.
have wrote that damn book, I guess.
Hey, I have to get it to the comedian Nick Nutter, right? But I got to get to a person who fanboyed over Nick Nutter, right? A
Uh-oh, I'd love to
guy
meet this person.
that was, well, he fanboyed over Russ Hellickson, but you just happened to be wrestling in Madison, Wisconsin at that point in time, right?
Right, right. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking.
Walk me through it. Set me up for a dual meet with the Madison in Madison, Wisconsin. I don't know if it was at the War Coliseum right next to Camp Randall, right in the middle of winter, 10 degrees, and you guys duel Wisconsin. Who shows up at the duel? Who do you guys get to meet?
Well, it wasn't at the duel.
What was it? Dinner?
It was dinner. So
Dinner.
this here's the thing. I've never been starstruck in my life. I mean nobody's starstruck me like fanboy or whatever. But Chris Farley was one of my favorite, guys growing up. And they say our voice is a little raspy. We might sound a little bit alike. And so I stole some of my comedic skits from him. And I don't know, I see a lot in him. Well, moral of the story, we went out to weigh-ins. I was a heavyweight, so that was nice. And Chris Farley is from Madison, Wisconsin. Russ used to coach at Wisconsin. So Chris Farley used to look up to Russ Hellickson, like because he was the Olympic silver medalist. And Chris Farley went to all the University of Wisconsin wrestling camps. Well, we're at this really fancy Italian restaurant that's really famous there. And Chris Farley is taking his family out for the premiere of Beverly Hills Ninja or Black Sheep, one of the two. And somehow Russ is walking in the bathroom and Chris Farley's walking out. And Chris Farley bumps into Hellickson. He's like, Coach Hellickson. And he's like, oh my God, you're here. He's like, and Farley's asking for Russ Hellickson's autograph. He's like, Coach, you got to come meet my family. They love you. I've told them all about you. And Russ is like, holy shit, Chris. Like, no, I need your autograph. Matter of fact, you got to meet my team and stuff. Um, so, anyways, I was across the street, like I wasn't even at the restaurant. I was at a drugstore, like getting something. I forget, but somebody's like, Nutter, Nutter, you got to come back over. Chris Farley's at dinner. I'm thinking, yeah, right, yeah, right. So I come back and hell, we walk into the lobby, like opening of the restaurant. There's this little short guy, like just all sweaty, like running around. Where's the heavyweight? Where's the heavyweight? And it's me. It's like, and I'm usually like try to be quick witty, and I'm like, I'm right here. And like he's like, hey, and he's expecting me to do something, and I just froze. I didn't do anything. Like, and he just shook my hand and looked at like everybody, like he was basically saying, I thought you said I would love your heavyweight, like he was going to be funny. And I froze. But then the one black guy on our team, Eric Smith, who was a three-time All-American, he's giving around hugs. And then from that movie with, who is it? Oh gosh, the guy in the movie who played his brother in Tommy Boy. Um, oh,
Rob Lowe?
Rob Lowe. He's like, brothers don't shake hands, brothers hug, when he went up to Rob Lowe. And yeah, Eric Smith did that to him. And I'm like, fuck, why didn't I think of that, And anyways, I went walking
You
away from
froze
there.
up?
Huh?
You froze up with Chris
I
Farley?
froze, dude. The whole it ruined my whole weekend. Like
Oh,
I even blame my loss to Jeff Walters on that
oh. I
because
mean,
I
he's
was thinking,
NCAA champ. Hold on. Jeff Walters, NCAA champ. Calm down.
yeah, but had I not had that bad experience with Chris Farley, I would have probably teched him. Oh, yeah.
How
So,
about, hey, how about wrap your brain around this? He's been gone for 28 years almost.
yeah, I know exactly where I was. Like people know where you were when you were in 9/11 or
Yeah.
the satellite or the space shuttle blowing up. I was in Brazil, um, getting ready for a fight on a black and white TV watching it, and I found out Chris Farley died. Like that's when he died. I was in Brazil in my hotel room all by myself. Coleman wasn't there yet, but that's where I remember he died.
How short was he?
Pretty short. Let's see, I'm
5'5".
6 foot. I'm 6 foot, he's 5'5". But
Yeah.
some of the funny things he said, like he was just like he was in the films. Like he's like, "Hey, coach, let me hang out with your guys tonight." And he's like, "Don't worry, we'll wrestle down some pizzas and beer." And he's like grabbing, like wrestling, like he's wrestling down a pizza. And he's like, "No, Chris, you're the last person I'm going to let babysit the team tonight."
And he was, and at that was that 96.
96, yeah, yeah, and
I
he
mean,
died 97.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
but he died at the end of 90 December of 97.
Yeah, because I remember being in Brazil. Yeah, so I fought in 97 and 98.
You got him when he was hitting it at his hardest, I think.
Yeah, yeah. He
When
was a
he
good
was
boy.
doing the things he was doing,
Yeah,
when it had a hold of him.
yeah. He was pretty, yeah, he's pretty deep into that. Sad, so sad.
It's so sad, man.
If
What
you watch the video, like movies, like he's a God-fearing man. Like he go to church every Sunday and ask for forgiveness, and he hated himself for being like that. But he just constantly had he had to entertain people. He was to if he like he couldn't just walk in a room and just be a normal person. He felt like he's got to make everybody in that room laugh, or else he's a failure.
do you
And he put
realize
a lot of pressure on himself.
he was trying to feed off you? They wanted you to be Nutter. They wanted you
Yeah,
to be Nick Nutter, but
yeah. I
you were
wasn't.
so starstruck and you were so awestruck. Kind of the opposite of how Ranneman was, right? Ranneman
Yeah,
would always shine when the lights were on.
right.
Well, they got you with Chris Farley, and to be fair, it wasn't a big arena where you could bomb someone on their head. It was like this guy who you've been
Yeah.
quoting, acting like. A lot of your humor probably was derived
Yeah,
from what he
yeah,
was, and and you're over in the drugstore probably buying Gatorade and snacks, and they call you over, and your guy is there, right?
yeah, yeah. I usually first and only time I was starstruck. Yeah, other than that, I'm pretty cool. But man, that one got me, and have I run it through my head. Man, I could have done this. I could have said that. Ugh.
Who's got the pictures? Because I've seen pictures of it before. Who's
Yeah,
got the pictures?
I
You
got one
got
right
it?
here. Yeah.
Oh, that's dude. Come on.
Oh, oh, there we go.
That is unbelievable.
Let's see. I'm gonna be right there, and
That
then there's
Dom?
Chris.
That Dom?
Dom DeSabato. Yeah, he's a little sucked out.
Yeah.
Dom, myself,
There's the nutter.
uh, Jay Michaels,
Where is
Eric Smith's right there.
there's Eric Smith? Where's Mitch?
This is the year he redshirted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta frame that one. That's amazing.
Yeah, I got it up here on my wall. So,
That's amazing. Oh my God.
yeah.
Wow. And that you think about that, he was in the middle of what he was in his hardest use and his hardest.
Yeah, he was sweating like a whore in church in that picture.
That's crazy. And he
Yeah.
was on, like you're saying, he's on. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
And
here,
his,
right?
his mom and dad are just looking at him like, "Oh, Christopher.
Yeah. And it was
Christopher, you don't need to do that to everybody."
think
Yeah.
about how much different our society would actually be. I want you to think about this. Think about what Sandler's done since the death of Chris Farley. Think about the Sandler movies that have been made. Think about all the cast that he came up with. Think about the impact they've had on our popular culture. And think about where Chris Farley would have been. Think about David Spade, right?
Yeah.
Think about those guys' contributions and the ladies of the Saturday Night Live as well. Think about their contributions to our society and popular culture, right? And
Right.
we would be different. We would have
Yeah.
different lines. You and I would have different little jokes to say back.
Right.
You
Right.
realize that?
Another guy who just died from that era, which is I have a lot of respect for, is Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, no law. Hey, I
Hey,
get Norm.
he is amazing, dude.
I get Norm stuff every day from my buddies, my college wrestling teammates.
Okay.
I get Norm stuff every day.
Yeah, he is a
Norm
genius.
was Norm
Genius.
didn't care. Norm did not care. Norm
Nope.
was Norm.
Oh, yeah, but they said like everybody's like Farley can make anybody laugh. Like, and these are, you're talking awesome comedians, but they're like, fuck, nobody could, everybody in the room, it's a contest, like who's the funniest in the room, and everybody's like, fuck it, nobody could beat Farley. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna just get naked and
Yeah.
make everybody laugh. Like,
Well,
he'll do anything. He's gonna
Sandler
win.
says that. Sandler says that in the songs. He
Yeah,
says that whenever his name comes up, he's like, "That's the funniest person I've ever met."
yeah.
And if you
Can't
look
be.
at
There's no
Sandler,
competing. You're gonna lose.
you're going to lose, but
Hmm.
Sandler will tell you that's the funniest human he's ever met, hands down. He will also, and Sandler's probably the most brilliant writer, right?
Right.
Because
Hmm.
he's all those ideas are mostly
Yeah.
Sandler's and his inner circle, right? Not just all Sandler. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, could you do stand up? I think you could. You.
I would like to. If I did, I'd like to do improv. A lot of my stuff is just witty shit, like, um, which I've been well behaved tonight, though. Um,
You're doing good. I think you're
yeah,
doing good.
I've been well behaved.
You've been real behaved.